If you are somebody who has never read the Bible before, like myself, then you are probably in the right place if you want to learn and get an outside perspective. My name is Ryan Mountainsmith, and I am down here at the ocean. I'm going to be reading Exodus 11 today, and it looks to be pretty short. The death for Egyptians' firstborn. Oh, that sucks. I'm going to say that much. So, I've never read the Bible before, and this is all brand new to me. I just come up with my honest thoughts and reactions, and let's get right into it here. Because previously we've had 9 different plagues, if I'm correct here. And now getting into Exodus 11, it actually looks pretty short. But we've had a plague of darkness, a plague of locusts, a plague of hail, a plague of festering boils, a plague of livestock, a plague of flies, gnats, frogs, and a plague of blood. This is a lot of stuff that's happened here in Egypt, and it all seems to be, based on what also God did say, is that he's making the Pharaoh an example of what's going on. So, getting into it here, number 11, Exodus 11, death for Egyptians' firstborn. That sounds terrible after all these plagues. Also, at the end of Exodus 10, the Pharaoh does say to Moses, I'm warning you, never come back to see me again. The day you see my face, you will die. And Moses replied, very well, I will never see your face again. That's a pretty big narrative turn there at the very end. We're getting into something here. So, a death for Egypt's firstborn. Then the Lord said to Moses, I will strike Pharaoh and the land of Egypt with one more blow. Oh gosh. After that, Pharaoh will let you leave this country. In fact, he will be so eager to get rid of you that he will force you all to leave. Wow, that's pretty threatening, actually. Tell all the Israelite men and women to ask their Egyptian neighbors for articles of silver and gold. What do they need silver and gold for? They just need to take their livestock and leave. What do they need silver and gold for? That makes no sense to me. Now the Lord had caused the Egyptians to look favorably on the people of Israel, and Moses was considered a very great man in the land of Egypt, respected by Pharaoh's officials and the Egyptian people alike. Right, so at this point, all the Egyptian people, the innocent people, as well as his officials are like, look, Moses and Aaron, especially Moses, he's been bringing these plagues. He's been speaking to the Lord. Like, you, Pharaoh, your magicians, your sorcerers, you can't do anything. So we need to listen to what Moses is saying. So that's what it seems to be what's going on here. But I wonder why silver and gold? That doesn't make any sense. Moses had announced to the Pharaoh, this is what the Lord says. At midnight tonight I will pass through the heart of Egypt. All the firstborn sons will die in every family in Egypt. Oh shit. Oops. Oh gosh. I'm going to say that again. Moses had announced to Pharaoh, this is what the Lord says. At midnight tonight I will pass through the heart of Egypt. All the firstborn sons will die in every family in Egypt. From the oldest son of Pharaoh, who sits on his throne, to the oldest son of his lowest servant girl, who grinds the flour. Oh my gosh. Even the firstborn of all the livestock will die. Then a loud wail will rise to the land of Egypt. A wail like no one has heard before or will ever hear again. But among the Israelites, it will be so peaceful that not even a dog will bark. Oh my gosh, that is terrible. That's rough. Then you will know that the Lord makes a distinction between the Egyptians and the Israelites. See, what kind of suffering is that? You're going to kill all the Egyptian firstborns just because of the Pharaoh. You wanted to make an example of the Pharaoh. I get it. You want to make an example of the Pharaoh, but why would you kill all of the firstborns in all of Egypt? That's wrong. The flour girl. I mean, the lowliest servant girl who grinds the flour, he's going to kill the lowliest servant girl who grinds the flour? That is not good justification, in my opinion. At all. To make an example of the Pharaoh. Then you will know that the Lord makes a distinction between the Egyptians and the Israelites. All the officials of Egypt will run to me and fall to the ground before me. Please leave, they will beg. Hurry, and take all your followers with you. Only then will I go. Then the burning with an anger Moses left Pharaoh. Now the Lord had told Moses earlier, Pharaoh will not listen to you, but then I will do even more mighty miracles in the land of Egypt. Moses and Aaron performed these miracles in Pharaoh's presence, but the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart, and he wouldn't let the Israelites leave the country. That is the end of Exodus 11. I gotta tell you, I am not feeling Exodus 11. I'm not sure what we can learn or take away from this, aside from the fact that God is choosing these Israelite people. So maybe that's what's supposed to be in the book, that it's supposed to say that I am choosing the Israelite people over all other people in the world. That's the only thing I can read in Exodus 11. Now, if that's the case, why is that? Why even have all these other people in the world if all you're going to do is just choose these Israelite people? And why make an example of the Pharaoh, and you want to spread that the Lord's power is there so that what? Everyone can just follow what the Israelite and the Hebrew people do? I'm not liking that.